What up, y'all? This is episode 4 of my E36 drift build. Here she is. I put the front end back together. I installed my headers, but honestly, a lot of people do clearances on the firewall. I didn't need to at all. I just bolted it up and it looked like it fit, so I guess we'll just leave it at that. But something came in the mail today. The final piece of this swap. This is from Condor, and this is all that came with it. It was just in a bag. This was in there, and a paper. And these are the instructions. I'm getting tired of talking. Let's just get straight into this install. Okay, so now, what I'm guessing is one of these has to go into one of these, and one of these has to go in there. And then this little guy will plug into pin number 1 in here. I'm pretty sure I can show you which one it is. I think these are numbered actually. Yeah. So pin number 1. I actually bent this. This is for the cruise control, I believe. So there are 3 plugs. This is the X20, X69, and X6031, I think. And it'll only hook up one way. So I've taken the original one out. This is the original one. The only thing that's holding it in is this lock ring. This piece right here is a separate piece from this plug, and you need to get a small flathead, or like just get a flathead like this. You unscrew it. You just put this flathead right there on that lip, and you loosen this, and it'll pop downwards. And then I just pushed it down, and then attached the wiring harness adapter to it, and then ran the actual plug part. This is part of the adapter. And then now this harness, the M50 harness, can just plug up regularly. Then this plugs up to pin 1. I think I said it before, but yeah, because whenever I first hooked it up, I hooked it up right, but it was just bulking up like fat. Like it was probably like that much, and I was thinking to myself, shit, the hood's not gonna close. So yeah, this is my solution for now. I might make a bag for this. This is all kind of honestly a little loose, but for now it'll work. I'm just kind of leaving it. It's been a couple days since the last clip. I was cranking this car for until the battery died, and I didn't get a start. So yeah, I shouldn't even have done that. But I was doing some research, and people on forums have been saying that it might be a crank position sensor thing, because without your crank signal, then nothing gets a signal to, for example, like the spark doesn't get a signal to turn on if it isn't working. So I just ordered a crank position sensor. I think maybe next week on Wednesday it's gonna come in. Yeah, until then I'm gonna postpone this startup. I gotta wait a whole weekend plus some of the week. Fuck. I just got this new sensor, brand new. I got it off of Beamer World for $50. This is what it looks like. It actually has the whole thing. The whole sensor is like metal. There is a 5mm hex bolt on there. I don't know what to call it. An Allen key, 5mm. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's all it is. If you do have it, there is this cap that goes here. I think it goes like that, and it holds it in. It holds the wire in. You put it. There's a whole like slot for it, but it keeps it away from contact with anything else. Like this can get pretty hot, and it can mess up the wire. There's 2 snap ring clips that look like that, and they just kind of clamp on. But you could probably just get it off with the flathead. That's what the bolt looks like. Man, this is what I mean. This thing was like $30. Like, it was a cheap sensor. I just wanted to get by. I think this might be causing the issue. And this is what the new one looks like. It looks exactly like the old one. And then it runs through this little part, and then down to this connector. I think you do need to take this off though. You need to take this off because you don't have enough room to squeeze the little connector through this. You just feed it through this little tiny hole through here. Damn, lucky this is hard as hell one-handed. Ah, there you go. Yeah, you just feed it down here. Yeah, the old one had like a crazy snap to it. Like whenever I installed it, it was like, bah. Oh, fuck. That got me. That squeezed the fuck out of my thumb. Then you feed her down here. Yeah, we couldn't find it in like 2, 3 stores. The only one that had. Yeah, simple install. Simple install with Brian. Just came back from AutoZone. I just put in this new battery. And I got a new, as you guys saw in the last clip, I got a new crank sensor. I also replaced these relays. My main relay, and then this is the main relay, and then this is the fuel pump relay. Just because. Yeah, we're gonna see if this bitch starts now. Damn. Still nothing. Fuck. Dale. Stop. Test 1. Yeah. It turns on now. Damn. That's crazy. Oh. That could have been bad. What the fuck? I don't even know what I did. Ni hice nada. Ni le cambié nada, ni nada. I don't know why it's turning on. No sé por qué se está quedando prendido. So as you guys saw in the last clip, the car starts finally. I didn't really go into depth on what was going on or what happened, but I'll explain right now. So I had replaced a lot of stuff, and a lot of the things that I was using were still good. For starters, I had replaced my fuel pump relay and my main relay. I also confirmed with Condor that I was using this right, and they said, yeah, that I was using right. All my grounds checked out. My ground up here. This is my earth strap down there. My distribution block was all good. The only thing that was not grounded was my ECU. If you've seen in the startup clip, I have it resting right here on the strut tower bolt, and it's a ground. It's also EWS. So this is an M50. I was using the red label because it doesn't use EWS, and so I thought that's all you have to do to like bypass EWS, but you actually have to. It's a lot more complicated than that. So inside the car, underneath the glove box, on my car there's no bottom panel, so it makes it a lot easier to kind of get under there. But I'll show you exactly what wires need to be cut and joined together. So you can probably look up a video on how to take out the glove box. It's pretty simple. There's like 4 bolts and a 10 mil, and then that's it. You just pull it out. But to make it easier, this thing doesn't even have a bottom panel. So my EWS has, it's red or purple, pink, whatever. I don't even know what to call it, but it's this color. And there are 3 wires that you need to cut. You need to cut the green and black wire and the yellow and black wire. And there also needs to be a solid green wire cut. And I just taped it off for now, but yeah, these are joined. And on the connector side, they're joined too. And then you have to plug it back in. If not, EWS will not read that it's being like plugged in. Yeah, I just left it like this and it works now. That was the only thing I was preventing the car from starting. Next thing to do is I started refilling it back up with coolant, and it started leaking from the water pump and the heater core conjunction. Yeah, it was leaking from the water pump, like down on the bottom side somewhere in there, and then this heater core conjunction, that piece right there. So there's a plastic piece beneath that, and then there's O-rings behind that, and it connects to all the heater hoses. Honestly, it might have been leaking from one of these, but I couldn't really tell. You can't really see on the bottom of these, but yeah, I saw that it was leaking like down. Yeah, you can still see it's still damp down there actually, but I just ordered those parts. The water pump comes in on Monday, and the conjunction comes in on Wednesday. So Wednesday I'll probably film. Yeah, I bypassed EWS, and then I actually grounded the ECU. And the reason why I was on here on the strut tower was because I couldn't really find a place to store it. Like, I didn't have a place to like mount it anywhere. But down here you can see, I don't know if you can see that here. That tab right there. There's a little tab. It's like an L, goes up and around, and it hugs it in place. But I actually opened my ECU, and the flaps down there, you can see I have opened up these flaps, and they kind of sit down in that little crevice, I guess. So it's kind of mounted that way, I guess. But yeah, like, yeah, you can see the flap that I kind of folded. I mean, you can't really see it, but it's in there. But this is the way that I'm gonna mount it, I guess. But yeah, the flap goes like downwards. You can see it, and it just holds it in place. But now that that's like situated, we can finally go on a test drive. Well, after I fix the water, the coolant leak. But yeah, I have brackets coming in for this, so I can actually mount this. I'm gonna be running a clutch fan, so I couldn't really figure out how to mount the expansion tank on the shroud, because there's a hose that goes down and around, I guess, the fan, and it hooks up down here. But this being an M50, I think the expansion tank is on this side, so I ran the coolant line that goes from like the front of here, comes out here underneath. But what I did was I just got the same hose that runs to it. I put it underneath the frame rail, and then have this just kind of zip tied here. It's pretty solid actually, but yeah, it's all connected down there. I moved my my horn. I need to relocate it somewhere else, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I did for the coolant system. Hopefully soon I can get this thing started for y'all. Josh just pulled up. We're about to fix his girl's car. Shit.